Sarah Pizzini is the Witchblade bearer, has been for a while. To me, what I try to do with Sarah is to make sure that she's as interesting with the Witchblade and without the Witchblade. If we didn't have the Witchblade in the story, my goal is to write a story that you'd still be interested in. She's a New York City police detective who gets assigned to the weird, unexplained cases, the supernatural cases. So we hope that just that would be enough to bring you back every month. And then when you add in the supernatural aspect of the Witchblade, hopefully it's like a book that's not really like any other out on the stands. We just did issue 116 of Witchblade, which is sort of the first of the new era, if you will. The new artist, Stepyan Sejic, has taken over with me, and we've agreed to do the book until at least issue 150, which is 2010, I guess. So we're going to be on the book for at least 3 years and maybe longer. And we're just having a ball. I've been writing the book since issue 80, so obviously I'm not getting bored with it. It's a great book because it's really elastic. I can do crime stories, I can do supernatural stories, I can do police procedurals. It really keeps me interested every issue, so I see no problem in going as long as I can. The first thing I wanted to do was sort of rehabilitate the book a little bit, and at least in the eyes of the readers that maybe hadn't looked at it in years or hadn't looked at it at all. It obviously really had the reputation of being kind of a tits and ass book, and that's really not what we're doing. Yeah, once in a while there's something sexy, but we're more interested in telling stories about characters and making you come back every month because you care about what happens to the characters. So in the past couple of years I've done a lot of stuff with Sarah that hadn't been done before. We actually had her get pregnant, had her have a baby. The baby's now part of the storyline. She's given up half of the Witchblade to another bearer, Danielle Baptiste, who's still a part of the series, and it just keeps going. We're gonna pay off a lot of that stuff within the next year or so, which will lead to other things. We've already got planned out what we want to do through issue 150, so I'm excited to do it. We're going to do some shorter stories for the next 3-4 months, and then we'll roll into a much longer storyline, a big 6-issue arc that will kind of bring full circle all the stuff that we've been doing with Sarah and with Danny, and maybe not everybody will survive. Firstborn was last year's event, 3 issues plus 3 tie-in issues, so it was a fairly contained event. We wanted to make sure that we got into the story, told it to the readers, and got out without them having to buy 15 or 18 tie-ins and sequels and aftermaths and all that. We're doing another one this year called Broken Trinity. Firstborn was about Sarah's baby being born. Broken Trinity is the other side of the coin, and somebody will end up dead at the end of it. Well, Angelus, Darkness, and Witchblade will be in it, and those characters are the Trinity. Obviously, those are the 3 main aspects of the Top Cow universe. So we're trying to redefine that a little bit, and part of the rest of Broken Trinity will be to introduce at least 2 more artifact bearers. These are going to be pretty permanent characters being added to the Top Cow universe. So there'll be a death, and there'll be some new characters that'll carry on, and this will just be the first part of it for them. They'll be seen beyond Broken Trinity, and the first part of that story is actually in our Free Comic Book Day issue. It comes out May 3rd, I think, is Free Comic Book Day. The prelude for that is in a 12-page story that Stepyan and I did, so you can read the start of the story for free.